Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Art Song Colorado Live. This is the art song show on the internet that has the very worst name ever. As I mentioned in our last episode, the whole point of this little endeavor is to try to get people interested in art song. And so if you've got a great name for our show, please feel free to reach out. We are dying for something new and something better. My name is Epen Leubner, and I'm the founder of Art Song Colorado. And I am here to say hello and just tell you a little bit about what's going on with Art Song Colorado. We won't typically do live streams this much. The only reason that we're doing it right now is just because we have a big show coming up on Wednesday night, and we want you to be as excited about it as we are. And the show is called What is an Art Song? And this show, it's going to be an online premiere. As you can see, we're using some new streaming software today, not Restream, trying something new to try to make it as fun and engaging and smooth as possible. But we'll be doing that. We're testing everything out. This is how we're doing it, by doing live streams. And then we'll be broadcasting on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock on Facebook, our Facebook fan page, and on YouTube. So don't miss it. 7 o'clock Mountain Time. That's 9 o'clock for all my friends on the East Coast. And we'll be doing What is an Art Song? The show stars David Silvano and Ashley Troster, two students at Colorado Mesa University, Doctors Graham and Stephanie Anduri, and Dr. Adam Cluck, also from Colorado Mesa University, with a special small appearance by myself, Epen Leubner, and Mallory Bernstein, my longtime friend and collaborator. So basically, why are we here today? Is to remind you to send me by message, by comment, some better name than Art Song Colorado Live. It's terribly lame. And then also just to mention, there is an option. We're really trying to share art song stories. So if you're a singer out there who performs art songs and you've got some wicked cool MP4 that you want to share with the world, we would love to hear from you and give you a chance to share it on our show. We obviously have a ton of videos because we're Art Song Colorado and we've been making them for years. So we'll be talking a lot about that over the next couple weeks. But if you are an art song singer, we would love to help get the word out about your music. So do reach out to us on Facebook, social media, and or send me an email. You can find me on our website as well. And we would be glad, we'll take all the submissions and maybe we'll use your video on a show someday and you can come on and talk about it. So that's what we're here to talk a little bit about today. I thought for our one video, because the way this works, I talk a little bit, not too long, and then I share a video. I thought I would choose a second video that we're going to be premiering on Wednesday night. And so what we're doing is I'm doing these small, very small animation projects as a way to sort of get people excited about art song and show how they really can transcend and become a very modern art form with very, very little work. And so I am going to do a second song from Darius Milhaud's art song set, Songs from the Theater. I started learning these songs when I was younger. I was in grad school, and one of the things that has kept this set with me for years is that this was one of the first times that I saw that an art song could be more about somebody who's in love with somebody else, and somebody who's sad about being in love with somebody else, and somebody who's joyful about these were character full. They're like so full, and the characters are so weird, and I love it. In the last video that we did, when we did our first live stream, I shared a video about sort of an online fortune teller. We updated it to be social media. And today's song is about a little puppy dog that's going for a walk, and I think that is hilarious and cool. And I think that this animation that my daughter and I cooked up is is silly and fun and kind of captures the spirit of a dog going on a big adventure. As with the last one, this is not a literal word for word translation. Rather, we tried to take the feeling of the song, the feeling of the lyrics, and turn it into something that would be surprising and delightful and make total sense based on what the song actually is saying. So, don't sweat the translations. They're not supposed to be literal. It's supposed to take the song and use it to tell a story. And so we've kind of updated it for the 21st century. Before I share the video, I do want to say that I'm very, very excited about this concert. What is an Art Song? It's on Wednesday night, March 24th at 7 p.m. And it'll be live, as I mentioned before. And one of the things that I think will be, that's going to be so neat about it is that it is actually sponsored by a number of people, a number of groups. We've got a sponsorship from the City of Grand Junction's Commission on Arts and Culture. They have provided a grant that allowed us to produce our show, March with Her, a women's suffrage story. And they also, the other part of the grant is to support What is an Art Song. And we're just terribly excited and grateful for that. And then we also are thankful for Colorado Mesa University. They did just a really great job of being a host to us, allowing us to use the space, their pianos, their air scrubbers, so that we could have a great, safe, socially distant video and audio recording experience. I mean, that stuff's not easy, and Colorado Mesa University was just spot on help. And then I do have to thank my mom. She was like, "Hey, I want to support Art Song Colorado. What could you do?" And I was like, "Well, we're doing this thing. What is an Art Song?" And she said, "Sure." And so she gave us a grant to help with that. So thanks, Mom. If you want to be as cool as my mom, consider catching up with us. I'll put a donation link down below this video after it goes live. We would love for you to support Art Song Colorado. You've got a couple options. You can be a patron on our Patreon site, or you can just make a tax-deductible donation. We are a 501c3, and it's a great opportunity for you to support Art Song, to support Colorado artists. All of our artists are professional. They get paid to do this work, which is really exciting for me as a guy who's been working in the field. Sometimes you don't always get that chance. It's great opportunities, but sometimes you don't get the chance to get paid. And so we try to make sure that everybody is really a paid artist here at Art Song Colorado. So without further ado, we are going to switch over and we're going to see how this new software works. And I'd like to share with you Un Petit Pas, A Little Step by Darius Milhaud.
Un petit pas, deux petits pas, le petit chien au trot s'en va sur la route bien longue qui s'ouvre. Le petit chien au bas t'ouvre. Un petit pas, deux petits pas, le petit chien au trot s'en va sur la route trouve un ruisseau fait haut. Puis son grand saut. Oh, 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 oh. Un petit pas, deux petits pas, le petit chien au trot s'en va. Sur la route trouve la nuit, fait oh, oh, et puis dodo, 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 dodo.
So there you have it. Our little dog, Tallulah, and by our, I mean my friend Sarah Stone's dog, Tallulah, has become the mascot, if you will, for Art Song Colorado. Every Art Song group needs a mascot, and ours is now Tallulah. And so you had a chance to meet her. So actually, as always, we're going to keep things nice and short and tidy. Thank you so much for joining me today for the terribly named Art Song Colorado live stream number 3. I'll be back on Wednesday to introduce and then present our show, What is an Art Song? And then going forward, every Wednesday night at about 8 o'clock, we're going to go live. We're going to talk about an art song, share a video, maybe introduce you to the artist who's performing it, make special announcements about Art Song Colorado and our work that's coming up. Because believe it or not, despite COVID, we are still working away at making all sorts of neat art song projects with all sorts of very cool artists out there. So thank you for joining us. Again, my name is Eben Leubner, and I'm the founder of Art Song Colorado. And I will close with the words of the poet Theodore Rothke: "If you can't think, at least sing."